If you would like to support my channel because YouTube has demonetized me because they think I support and glorify ED behavior, I do have a buy me a coffee and I'll link it below. Thank you. Alright, so this video is actually a reaction to something I saw on Instagram from this page called Zuletta Shares, and she only has like 1,000 followers, but apparently her most recent video was popular enough that it caught my attention. It's called "Forcing Veganism on Kids is the Best Thing Parents Can Do." And there were a lot of foolish people in the comments saying that they wish their parents had raised them vegan and they felt so bad because their parents didn't raise them vegan. But anyway, let's watch this foolishness together.
Do you know, why is it that people only are against you forcing your beliefs on your kids when you tell them that you're vegan? As soon as you remove animals from your plate, from your lifestyle, suddenly you are forcing your beliefs on your kids, and it's very bad. Like, when are people going to accept that all parents force their beliefs on their kids from the second that they're born, probably for the rest of their lives? I've had so many conversations about that. So many conversations saying, if you don't want to eat meat, then that's up to you, but you should let your child choose. Why am I going to let my child do something that I would not do for myself? Like, why would I do that? That makes no sense. I think people need to get more comfortable with the fact that parents make choices for their children, and it's none of your business whatever they choose. Because nobody is telling their kids, right now, you can do whatever you want, I'm giving you the choice because I don't want to influence you. No one's doing that. Every parent is influencing their children. Every parent is forcing their beliefs on their children. So stop telling people when they're vegan to stop forcing their opinions on their kids. Stop doing that. No parent is going to feed animals to their kids if they don't believe that animals should be eaten. Like, nobody's going to do that. No one's going to do that. Tell me who's going to do that. Who are these parents that are giving their children the ultimate choice in life, that are telling them you can choose whatever you want? Because I bet you won't find any. No, you're giving them a limited choice of what you want. Yeah, you are saying you can have X or Y, and then they're choosing out of them.
Okay, I feel like we've let her talk enough. She's just kind of talking in circles, saying the same things over and over. And I want to go over to the comment section. And really, this whole thing is about, oh, her beliefs, her beliefs, her beliefs. When people are talking to you about forcing your beliefs on your kids, they're probably speaking about it as well from a nutritional standpoint. You are experimenting on the kids. There's literally nothing for you to believe in as far as them growing and developing properly, other than you're just experimenting on them, right? Because there's no nutritional organizations that's promoting a vegan diet for kids right now. So anyway, vegan parents are teaching their children in the next generation how to be compassionate and kind to animals. Here's the thing though, there's people out here, like I just did a video about a Reddit kid whose parent was vegetarian and was trying to force the kid to be vegan. The kid already tried meat at school and wouldn't, basically sounded like the kid wouldn't stop talking about meat. And the mom was very disappointed. Some of these parents, they're talking to their kids, be kind, be compassionate. The kids, once they taste the meat, they don't care anymore. That means they're supposed to be eating it, actually. So anyway, I've seen people say it's child abuse. My daughter and I have been vegan for 7 years. Sad. Non-vegan parents are forcing cognitive dissonance onto their children. Non-vegans force their beliefs on animals. How many children say, my parents won't let me be veggie/vegan? Or I get told, oh, don't tell them why you are. They will want to do it too. What? Raising a vegan daughter who says, when she rules the world, everyone will be vegan. Yeah, you're brainwashing your kid. I was forced into a faith school and church weekly by my parents, and I can tell you that was much more damaging than me bringing up my children as vegan. Well, that's your perspective because you are only focused on yourself. You're thinking, oh, well, my parents did this to me and that was damaging. You don't, when your kids grow up, I think we're going to hear a lot from these vegan kids in the years to come when they grow up. I think we might hear a lot from them. We might. You don't know what you're doing to the kids. Just like your parents probably thought, oh, my parents used to do X, Y, and Z to me. You know, raising my kids and forcing them to be in church and school is not, is damaging. Anyway. The hypocrisy of us forcing our kids to be vegan without acknowledging that they're forcing kids. They're not forcing the kids to eat meat. These kids want to eat meat. That's why a lot of these vegan parents, if it really was a forced thing, you wouldn't be concerned about your kids tasting meat and tasting their friends' chicken and stuff like that. And the Reddit post, I'm never going to forget it. Kids out there tasting sausages and stuff, chicken. You're afraid of that because it's not forced. The kids like it and they want to eat it. I don't know that there's kids that, were like, their parents said, oh, you have to eat your chicken tenders. Like, okay, you have to eat your mac and cheese. You have to eat your ice cream and your yogurt. You have to drink your milk, maybe. My vegan veggie friends would have much preferred to be brought up vegan and then be given the choice rather than the other way around. That's because they don't know the consequences. They don't know the consequences. These people are foolish, okay? The people that were born and raised vegan, a lot of them are not doing that great. I mean, in my opinion, like I look at Born Vegan, her name is Born Vegan, Serena Farb. She looks prematurely aged. A lot of these born and raised vegans, they have very short stature. Some of them, their bones are not widening to a normal extent. A lot of them look underdeveloped. There was a comment here from someone that said I'll see if I can find it again. And if I look into it, that's going to be on Rumble. From what I've heard from someone, they said that Serena, Born Vegan, she has chronic deficiencies that I guess as long as she's been vegan and her being interested in health and all that, I think she's tried to get her iron and iodine and whatever other stuff she said she was deficient in up. But I don't know if her body just can't absorb it anymore or it was just never really, her absorption just never was up to code. I don't know. You wish you were born and raised vegan because you don't know what that means. You don't really know what that means. So anyway, people are clapping. No child knows they're eating animals. Yes, they do. A lot of kids know they're eating animals. They're literally taken to the farms to look at and enjoy all the animals, taken home to eat them. And they have no idea. Some parents chose to tell their kids. They told their kids, this is pig. Okay, I remember being told I was eating animals and I still kept eating them when I was a kid. And the only one that was really like fascinating to me that I actually like remember was, bacon and sausage and all that. It comes from pigs, and I used to think pigs are like really special because they taste like the best. But that was just my opinion. Like I loved ham and stuff. So anyway, I campaigned to get vegan meals in my daughter's school in Scotland, had meetings, blah blah blah. So you're trying to force it on other kids. Yeah, okay. We won't be hearing from you anymore. She's a competitive swimmer. The truth is, when you give kids the option and inform them of they're eating meat, most kids choose compassion and love for others. Well, if that was the case, and a kid is a kid until they're an adult, right? You think there's kids out here that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They're out here eating chicken. They don't know that it's a chicken. They're eating fish and they don't know that that's a fish. Most of it should be vegan then, right? We should have decided to become vegan because you said most kids would choose compassion once you inform them of what meat actually is. The kids are eating meat. Even the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, you might have a couple that are like, oh, I don't want to eat meat. And then that might last for a day or two. And then when their parents are like, oh, you want a chicken nugget? They're like, yeah. Thank you for being brave and all this. Okay. Bringing up kids vegan was the best decision they ever made. They're all life vegans. That's what they tell you. But anyways, there's comment after comment after comment of all these people that are so proud of themselves. My kids are 1 in 4 and they've been born vegan since conception. And my 9-year-old's been vegan since birth. And my 33-year-old's been vegan since birth. Like they're so proud of themselves. A lot of these cases, your kids are going to be shorter than you. Their brains are not going to function as well as yours. Their bone structure is going to be weaker. They're probably going to wind up with ailments that have never occurred in your family. If people in your family had hard bones and they were falling down at 80, 90 years old and just had bruises, it's very likely your kid is going to fall down at 40 and crumble and wind up with a broken pelvis. I'm just telling you. It's an experiment. You're experimenting with your kids. You don't know how this is going to play out. And you really don't know. Once your kids are like 30s, 40s, they're probably saying to you what they feel like they need to say to you to avoid any confrontation. Because if you were that strict enough as a parent to raise them their whole childhood as a vegan, they're probably afraid to tell you the truth.